Welcome to the Relish Lifestyle podcast. We're on episode 5 of series 3, and it's raining again.
We seem to be saying that every time.
I know.
It's very boring.
We have had something like the longest spell of rain since 1908 or something.
Oh, gosh.
Literally, there hasn't been a day since Christmas where it hasn't rained at some point.
It's biblical.
I know.
As long as we don't get a plague of locusts in the summer.
No. What is that? Is that the 7 circles of hell?
Oh,
I can't remember.
But I'm like, oh, God.
I know.
No, we'll be getting his ark out in a minute.
It's dark then. They went in 2 by 2. But yeah, I mean, there's been some bits in the news this week which have been quite interesting.
The
Michelin Guide has released their latest edition.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting. I mean, it's been amazing actually how many have closed. There's
one that I went to is closed.
Yeah. So what was that one?
Crocodile, I think.
Oh yeah, and where was that?
Down in just sort of on the Devon Cornish border.
I know, but that's gone because it's closed.
That's sad.
And apparently it closed towards the end of last year, I think.
Oh.
So I can't remember when you went. Did you go earlier in the year?
Was it last year I went or was it the year before? I can't remember now. It was earlier.
Yeah.
But I remember it was actually a biblically wet day as well that time I went. But yeah, I mean, it's really tricky, isn't it? Because obviously the level of cooking in any of these establishments, in any establishment, someone's put a lot of effort into getting something across the line. But I would say when I went to Crocodile, I would say there was certainly a mismatch of like style and flavour. All of us said it around the table. There was a couple of things that arrived. You were like, well, that flavour profile just doesn't work. Jars with literally everything else we're having.
Yeah.
And I know it's because they sort of tried to do it all green. They grew it and all that's what they used.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
But it doesn't mean the flavour has to be out of sync. There was just from memory, we had whatever we were having, but then this sort of potato, it had a very paprika red sauce on it, and it just jarred with all the sort of delicate other stuff we were having. Obviously, I hate to say the word stuff, but I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. But it's, I guess it's not maybe a surprise if it was. And also, it was on a farm off a country road in a very rural part of the country, and I don't know if that has an impact.
Well, I think these places, these Michelin star places, are very much destination places, especially 2 or 3 Michelin star. But I think hospitality as a whole, and definitely restaurants, you hear every single chef talking about it, and high-end chefs, the cost, and I think unless you're somewhere like, and I noticed when I was looking at who's got the stars, apparently there are no new 3 Michelin stars have been given this year, but all those that have a 3 Michelin star, which there aren't very many of them, have retained them.
I think there's only 8, isn't there?
But a lot dropped off to 2, and that is because a lot of them are closed. But there have been, I think it is, what did I say? 22 new 1-star restaurants.
Okay.
And yeah.
That'll be interesting to see who's go through that in a bit.
Yes, I mean, I didn't make a whole list of them.
No, but it's just quite interesting, isn't it, to see?
Yeah, and I think the other thing is, it's just now why you're getting a Michelin star, but, the cost thing, I think people, we're not eating as much. Do you really want to spend £200-300 on an 8-course tasting menu with wine? I don't think people do.
I don't know if we eat like that anymore.
No.
And well, I suppose unless it is a special occasion, but it's going to have to be very special to drag people.
I don't want 8
that kind of.
Yeah, but also I don't want 8 courses like that. I mean, I'd rather 2 or 3 delicious, gorgeous, lovely things that I'd never cook at home. That's quite experienced. We've
been lucky to go to a couple of the 3s for lunches and things. But obviously the one that sticks in my mind, well, both of them do, but the library at Sketch in Mayfair, that lunch. But what I liked is it was all small, almost like each course for each person with a tiny little tapas selection, wasn't it? With little plates around.
And it had a story. Do you remember? You literally ordered. But you did. You were actually, Charlie. We had a book. I think you've still got the book. But we had a book. But when you ordered a story. Not like you didn't just order oh, I'll have that starter and that main course.
No.
You ordered that group of food. So actually they did all flow, didn't they? And you didn't get a random thing.
And I think that's what was
very clever. It was very clever. And do you remember...
kind of just quickly, the most Instagrammable toilets in the country, apparently.
But Sketch are really wacky and they're out there.
Yeah,
and,
but they are the egg toilets, the most. If you haven't seen them, they're shapes of eggs and each egg plays a different tune.
Yeah, they're not the only toilets, but they are amazing. And the other thing is, and I can't remember which one it is, but they have one restaurant now, or I think it's their tea room or their bistro type thing. And do you remember, it's a carpet when you go in?
Oh, yeah.
The carpet is very dark and it's kind of like slightly like you're in a wood, but the carpet has been cut. I'm not kidding you. So you feel like you're walking.
Well, it's like a relief carpet.
Yes, but you're walking on different levels.
Yeah.
So it feels like you're walking in a woodland. So you might be walking on moss or grass.
It's very clever.
So it's very you are experiencing something when you go there. And then the other place, of course, was the Waterside, which has been a 3 Michelin star for a very long time. And I mean, it's like it's actually a dynasty that run it, Roux family. But I mean, that was just incredible because obviously that is the classics, and it was understated, wasn't it? But the food spoke for itself.
Yeah, I think it was what I would call that old school.
Oh yeah,
charm.
Yes, it was
French charm.
Yeah.
But obviously in Berkshire in England, but it's lovely because you're by the river as well.
Yeah.
Did
enjoy food glass champagne there.
We did.
Anyway,
we're helping the economy single hand.
This was a while ago. I'm not sure we can go there now, but anyway, yeah. But the other thing I just want to highlight, which is not that far down the road from us in West Sussex, is Nep Wilding.
Yeah.
Their little restaurant got a green Michelin star, which I'm delighted about.
Yeah.
So
that's been featured on a David Attenborough.
Yes, because of the
butterflies.
The Emperor.
Yeah, they fight. It's horrible, actually.
Oh, what, the butterflies or David Attenborough?
I don't think he does. Bless him. He might. Yeah.
A gorilla.
Yeah,
still with that gorilla.
No, I don't think
the jungle.
But no, they sort of, the male butterflies spat and they damaged their wings.
Oh,
so they can look very tough.
Oh, anyway, we need to go there again because it isn't far away from us.
Yeah,
is it?
Lovely.
On our way to Gatwick, we're always passing it and going, "No, we must go there."
Yeah, we must. But we're on the way to the airport, so we're going to stop. But yeah, also the other obviously thing that's been sort of coming up, looms for a lot of people, is the V-Day.
Oh, the V-Day. Okay. But I mean, I just find it incredibly commercial and I just can't. The overpriced chocolate, the overpriced flowers, the whole thing. I mean,
I've seen all the meal deal things, the dining.
Oh my God. I'm just like,
it's going. If I don't have another email this week from Marks and Spencer saying, "Oh, don't forget the Valentine," I'm like, no.
I know. Anyway, look, we don't.
Back off, M&S.
If you want to have a nice Valentine, there's lots of other things you can do. But Charlie, I think the antithesis to this. Great, listen to this. In Japan and South Korea, right, they have a white day.
Oh yeah.
And a black day.
Okay.
Now, the white day is a month after Valentine's, so the 14th of March, because apparently what happens on Valentine's Day is the woman gifts a man.
Right.
Pretty much. That's kind of what I understood, right?
No.
And a month later, on White Day, the man gifts a woman.
Oh, okay.
And it's normally something white. That could be something as simple as white chocolate or whatever.
Flower.
And apparently it should be 2 or 3 times more expensive than the gifts they received. Get this.
Oh.
I know, slightly. Anyway.
That's a bit sexist.
Yes, I was going to say, where's the equality in that? But anyway, as a woman.
Women's lip.
Yeah, exactly. I laugh because when I was reading about it, of course, it could be things I said out like white chocolate, white flowers. It could it said marshmallows, which I thought was really funny.
And marshmallow.
I think like marshmallow sweets or something. But then it went on. Oh, of course, you can give jewelry. I was thinking of white gold.
3 times more expensive.
Well, I suppose it depends on what you were given. And then there were like handbags and things. So I thought it was really funny. Anyway, the idea is that's their white day a month later. And then a month after that, on the 14th of April, is Black Day. And get this is to celebrate single people being single.
Oh, I like that.
And apparently they go out and they eat something which I can't pronounce, but it's something like Jajangmyeon is a noodle dish with a black bean salsa.
Oh, okay.
And in Japan,
I said black food and black drink.
Yeah, and it can go to more black food and more black drink. But anyway, it's that single thing. So I thought it was quite nice to tell you that, because I thought, you know what, it's
celebrate
quite nice.
Everything.
Yeah, celebrate everything.
In Portugal in June, I think it's like they call it Popular Saints Days. I think it can be sort of any saints, but maybe this one day. But they gift each other pots of basil. So you'll see sometimes men and women walking around with a pot of basil. And it means they're sort of single or looking for love.
Well, instead of wearing a red nose.
Yeah, red carnation. Smoking a Hamlet cigar. Near the train station. Yeah, so that happens there. So that's
Charlie, this is a completely random thing. I was watching an old Poirot the other night, right? Yeah. It was David Suchet. He had to meet this woman. She phoned him up incognito. It was funny about hearing her name. Yeah. She said, we'll meet. And they had to meet in the London Zoo, in the penguin enclosure, right? And he stood there, and it was so funnily filmed, but bearing in mind this is the 80s, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. And he stood there, with his suit on and everything, and he's got a purple carnation, and he's holding an edition of the Times straight in front of him. And then this woman, he can't see, and he's like, I can't see. He's obviously looking at someone with a similar, flower or whatever. And eventually she comes up to him because she still wants to be incognito, and she said, oh, it's me you're looking for. And he said, I'm very disappointed in you. I have dressed appropriately with my flower and my Times. He was very so sorry, it just made me think.
Meeting people.
Yeah, meeting people.
With a flowery.
Yeah, but now you have a pot of basil.
Oh,
but I did read that actually as well. That basil, and I think you said Portugal, and I think in Italy as well. I think basil has been a symbol of love.
Yeah.
Affection.
I think they put it on window sills and window baskets.
That's really nice.
Yeah, and all that stuff.
And of course, it smells.
I was about to say
wonderful. Wonderful, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, it is lovely.
Now, I thought it was quite interesting because I was thinking about the whole Valentine's thing, and then I was thinking, you could give sweet treats. I read something about sweet treats, and then I was thinking about Portugal.
Yeah,
because they have just amazing sweet treats. I mean, I know the French do, but we're going to talk about Portugal because we went there recently. And I mean, I know there's the custard tart.
Yes, pastel de nata.
Yes, pastel de nata. And there were quite a few here that I can't pronounce. I didn't know if you wanted to pronounce.
Oh, Lord. There are quite a few here.
Which is, I mean, there was a few actually. There was, is that, what's this one here? Pow. What's this one?
Powder douche.
Powder douche? Is that pow? That one?
Powder.
Anyway.
It's basically powdered bread. So bread.
Yes, but that was bread. But it was interesting because it's covered in coconut, but on the bread, it's like a sweet bread, but they put this sort of thick egg, creamy, sugary paste, and then they put coconut on it.
But we had it.
I'm sure we have.
In our hut, Olial, we had it. One morning, I picked one up. It's like a bun.
Yeah.
It's delicious. I mean, I love coconut.
Yeah, no, so do I. So do I. And it was quite interesting because I just suddenly thought, and then this one, how would you pronounce that?
Which one you're looking
this one, the third one down. Quijada. So this was interesting because this again made with eggs.
They use a lot of eggs.
Yeah, I remember you saying that before. And it's sheep's or curd cheese.
Oh, okay.
And with milk and sugar, right? And apparently you can have one of these, a quijada. There might be quijada de Evora, because that made me think about, we went to Evora, or quijada de Sintra. And it also went on to say that some people slice these, and sometimes they put things like cheese and stuff in as well.
Oh, okay.
So they might use it as like a
multi-snack.
Yeah, or like a lunch or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And then you can have one that's just with figs, which actually made me think that's very Moorish, isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen these. They're quite small.
Yeah, but I was thinking when I was doing some medieval studies a very long time ago, we were looking at food. Obviously, you didn't always get bread. You couldn't always get eggs. Quite often, you'd make things with eggs to bind things. But this was figs. This is just figs and almonds. And again, is that they bind them together. So the fruit with the almonds, they bind because it goes very paste-like.
Well, the going back to what you just said about medieval, the custard tarts are kind of not an accident, but they're just part of history where Belém monastery.
Oh, yeah.
Made them, cooked them, and gave them out. And that's what it became. Custard tart became famous. But I think it was to do up with using up eggs and things like that.
And also, I suppose, if flour, because obviously in medieval times, flour was, you didn't get pure flour like we have it today. And it would have possibly had weevils and all sorts of stuff in it.
There's one on.
But cooking it into pastry, sorry, I was just going to say, would have killed any nasties, basically.
I mean, I've done one of the Portuguese traditional cakes from Lisbon, and it literally is, you just whip egg and you whip it for half an hour.
Wow.
Yeah. You literally get this like pillow of egg white and sugar, but you whip and whip and whip.
Is that the thing you bake?
Yeah, and then you bake it. It's a cake.
Oh, it's lovely.
Olive oil and a bit of, I think there's orange in it, but it's you do put it in goodness, you wouldn't be able to hand whisk it, but you put it in a stand mixer and just put it on.
And it was quite nice. Yeah. And then, of course, there's little pastries that they make with the oranges.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, oranges are abundant.
Yeah, oranges and eggs.
Oranges and eggs. And then this one was quite interesting.
Oh, yes, I've seen these.
But I don't know how you pronounce that.
No.
Uos, mole. Mole. Oh, God, my Portuguese is terrible. But anyway, uos mole de Aveiro. Anyway, this is a delicacy, and it is literally a thick, sweet egg yolky filling, but it's covered in wafer thin pastry. Now, I know I haven't eaten that, but I'd love to eat it. And that has been awarded a status, so it's protected geographical thing. So anyway,
when I've been to I've been to a shop and they sell them, but they now it is like a very thin sort of ice cream wafer covering. Is the only way I can describe it. But you can now get them in different shapes. You can get like a sardine shaped one and stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it something you could bake?
No, not without a very special.
Do you think it's is it like brick pastry or phyllo pastry?
No, it's more of a wafer. It definitely is a wafer.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's a light bake as well. It's not like a dark bake. It's quite light in colour.
Anyway, Charlie, look at these. Right, so there's another one called bolo de arroz, which means they're little sweet cakes, but they're made with rice flour.
So we should say there's
4
of them looking at us on the table.
4 of them. I just thought I'd bake some. They smell lovely, don't they?
They do smell lovely. Do you want me to break
just break one out. Now, I thought there might have been a recipe where you use rice, but I don't think that's right. It's rice flour. And actually, you'd have to use normal flour as well. If you use all rice flour, it becomes very crumbly.
Right, okay.
But the rice flour thing gives it a little bit more density, and it's got lemon in it.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's quite simple, though, isn't it?
I quite like the crust and the sugar on top.
Yeah, and then you just the sugar on top. But I mean, it's just a simple cake, isn't it?
But lovely.
Nothing too...
No, but you can taste the egg and the lemon, which I like. So it's quite nice, like we just said about the Michelin places. You let the ingredients do the talking. Good eggs, good lemon.
Actually, to be honest, this is my sort of cake because it's not too sweet.
No.
But you're right. But I can taste the eggs. It's like a lovely Victoria sandwich. A fresh Victoria sandwich, you should be able to taste the egg. I mean,
I think they're lovely. Well done.
There we are. There you are. Then that's your Valentine.
Happy Valentine. It's not the
your sweet treat. I can't give you a Valentine. No, your sweet treat.
So, interesting. Obviously, they've got lemon in. So I was just going to talk about an ingredient that we've sort of marked to talk about, but also at the moment, as you know, I'm trying to persevere with The Land Where Lemons Grow by Helena Attlee.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to read that after you.
And it's all about obviously lemons, but citrus though, not just lemons. Anyway, it's just quite interesting because a bit came across here about sort of how grapefruits are formed, and I know obviously we've got some more information as well, but there's a bit in here where obviously most citrus fruits, there's only sort of 2 or 3 that are actually what are called origins of citrus. All the others are hybrids.
Hybrids, yeah.
And what's quite interesting is one of the reasons that like Seville sour oranges, as they're called in this book, they have very strong roots. And what they used to do, they used to then graft another citrus tree onto the roots of the sour orange. So a lot of citrus trees, even in Italy today, if you took the tree out, you'd get the aroma of sour oranges. You wouldn't get the lemons on the top or the lime.
Right, okay.
Anyway, there's just a bit in here which I now have to quickly find. But grapefruit is a result of a pomelo orange cross.
Oh, that's right, the pomelo. That's right.
Yeah, and the lemon is a hybrid between a citron and a sour orange. Anyway, but it was the grapefruit that we obviously wanted to talk about. And obviously, I'm sure there'd be more in this book about that, but that's as far as I've got so far. But
and Barbados.
What about that? Sorry.
Actually, I think the pomelo and the sweet orange in Barbados are grapefruit, possibly originated in the 16th century. I did have a look at that. And did you know it was called the forbidden fruit?
Oh, right.
And they're not quite sure why it was a forbidden fruit because it's not, I don't think it's anything to do necessarily with religion, like the apple and, Adam and Eve and all that. I think it was because because of its sour taste. Yeah. And so it was like, don't eat it.
Well,
that kind
interestingly
of thing.
enough, I thought it'd be quite good to try the different types. Obviously, these are the sort of two main ones, the white and
lots of tastings. So.
The white and the red. So there's a spoon. So I've divvied it up.
Do you think they're going to taste particularly sour now we've had a little bit of cake?
Well, they might do, but it was more to see if there was a massive difference in flavour.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Obviously, the pink has an amazing colour when you cut into it. It's like a different hues of pink and.
Do you know? I think we should. These would be nice in a cocktail.
Yeah, they would. Or you could whiz it and put it in a cake or something.
Oh yeah.
That's slightly tartar, I would have said.
Yeah.
The pink one.
Oh yeah.
So the white one is sweeter.
Ah, is that the idea? Because I presumed the red one was going to be sweeter,
and that's why we're doing the testing.
Yeah, that one's definitely sweeter.
So the white grapefruit potentially.
You're right. Do you want that?
No, thank you. The white grapefruit is potentially the,
Now, is it the pink one that one would have had in the 60s and the 70s? Either, as a breakfast with sugar on it.
But I remember Granny having grapefruit spoons.
Oh, yeah, it was serrated down one side.
No, these were like both sides, so they were pointed. So you could sort of go in and cut out your segment.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I thought they were only one side.
You didn't have a little man to come and cut them for you.
No. That's
quite interesting.
That is really interesting because I absolutely thought the pink one was going to be sweeter.
I have to say the white one does, when you cut into it, does look very lemony. I know it's not the shape of a lemon, but in terms of the segments.
But it's quite considerably smoother, isn't it?
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh, we must do something with those. Now, talking about that.
Yeah. What have you done with them?
Well, I was just trying to think. There is a wonderful recipe that I found, and this was a while ago, and it was I think it's in Ottolingi's Simple book, the first one. He's just about to produce another one. It was you take a swede and you make swede steaks. So lots of people don't like swede, but this is absolutely delicious. And you make like a fenugreek paste, right? So it's quite spicy. Fenugreek is quite strong, and you put other spices in it. Anyway, you make up this, and you completely coat the fenugreek around the swede, and you let that marinate, and then you cook that in the oven, until it's soft. It's absolutely delicious. And a little bit of that paste you stir into some yogurt.
Right.
And then what you do, when you serve it with a very simple green salad, maybe a little bit of watercress or whatever to cut through the richness. But it's with grapefruit, which I think is fantastic. So you have grapefruit segments.
Lovely.
And then you still have some of this yogurt with some of the lovely fenugreek spice on it. Do you know what? I know it sounds really weird, but it's absolutely delicious.
Do you think you could grate them?
Yeah,
I'm just thinking it's a lovely smell.
Yeah, you could zest it. We should try.
I'm just thinking when you did those lemons, these
just grated the lemon.
Grate the lemon.
We just zested it. Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is you could do grapefruit version.
Well, I definitely know you can use grapefruit that into cocktails.
Yeah.
You could absolutely swap it into
juice, you mean?
Yeah, the juice. Sorry. You could definitely make that into dressings.
Actually, do you know what?
Which I think would be really nice.
That sort of semi-martini that I make sometimes. So
without the lemon, put the grapefruit in. I think that'd be delicious.
Martini. Do you know what, though? I also think they're quite good value. These are only 55p each.
That's right.
There's quite a lot of fruit there.
Yeah, there is loads of fruit.
It's a single thing.
Well, anyway, Charlie, in the 70s, that would be 2 breakfasts.
Oh, God. Lucky we're not in the 70s.
Actually, you know what? I'm interested to know. Is that the sort of thing that is more abundant now, maybe relatively cheaper than it was
because
in the 70s?
No one eats it now.
Well, I'm just thinking, in the 70s, was it rarer to get? Would it be something like that's why you went to a hotel and you thought, oh, grapefruit?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It's just crossed my mind.
Well, possibly, but it was probably like all things. They probably had like a phase where, there was that phase. Obviously, in the 70s, you had things like prawn cocktail and all that, steak Dan and all that kind of stuff came through. And obviously having grapefruits for breakfast, then it all died out. And then we all had like what we call like sort of Michelin food. So it's all tiny bits of food. And now it's all sort of swinging back again to like,
yeah, I think it
put
is.
things on the barbecue.
Well, actually, what I've noticed is a lot of people are taking traditional food. So I read there's one like Polish restaurant, and they're taking traditional Polish food, which is quite pretty hearty food, right?
Warming.
But they're making it much more. It's the word. Yeah, I was going to say delicate. They're refining it. That's the word. They're refining it, so you're getting the flavors, but you're not getting an enormous cauldron of some sort of casserole.
I like the idea of trying to.
Do you know what? It's lovely because it's a fruit that I would not normally buy, and I'm always eating. When I do eat it or use it, I'm going to use that more. We've got some now. Interesting. Just quickly, you have used it in a bundt cake before, haven't you?
Yeah.
I've noticed the grapefruit marmalade too. You can make, and also there's a Gordon Ramsay recipe that is lovely with salmon, and he makes a grapefruit. And here we go. And basil is to our love herb sauce, which I thought might be worth trying. I haven't tried that. No. I read it and I thought.
I'm curious now about the whole the grating side of it now.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can. There's just obviously a lot more white pith, isn't there, when you cut into it?
Well, I think the thing is, I haven't got the zester here,
but it smells incredible.
Yeah, you'd have to zest it, and then see with a lemon, when you zest it, you get lemon.
Yeah, you get the. So you might.
Would you get enough of the grapefruit in there? But I think we should try it.
Well, maybe we could. Yeah.
So that's our grapefruit focus. Our ingredient focus is on the grapefruit, and I think that is wonderful. And also, it's very seasonal at the moment. A lot of these citrus are very seasonal.
Yeah.
We talked about Seville marmalade the other day, and blood oranges.
I'd like to know how you would do marmalade with that, because I don't know if I would do it the same as what I did with the Seville oranges. I guess they've still the same bitterness, so maybe you do.
Yeah, I think it's that.
I probably would use the pink grapefruit rather than the white grapefruit if I did the marmalade.
Yeah.
Unless you wanted a sweeter option.
Oh dear.
I know, it's quite nice.
Rather nice. Very refreshing.
But one of the things I would do, actually, if we're talking about breakfast and things, is I was thinking about adding flavour to things like porridge.
Yeah.
Like a few segments of that on porridge would be quite nice.
Delicious.
Because I've tried, like fibre wise, it's obviously important, isn't it? So keep that up, like during the week for lots of reasons. And one of the things I've been doing is actually having some prunes, like not dried prunes, like semi-dried ones.
Oh yeah.
I've been having those on some porridge.
Well, the porridge itself has fibre.
Yeah, but it's just nice because it just adds. Without having to add sugar or something like that to make your porridge slightly more exciting.
Yeah, I've got
a handful of prunes.
Yeah, I've been adding. I get the prunes. You can get them in like a jar, but it's a plastic jar, like a jar tub thing, and they have natural juice.
Oh yeah.
And they're really soft, but they are delicious with the juice and maybe over some yogurt, and then you can put chia seeds and all that kind of stuff. Which chia seeds and things that are really good with fibre. There's a term which is horrible. Fibre maxing. Fibre maxing. It's a thing.
Since when?
Since we've been told we've got to eat 30 grams of fibre a day, which is really hard.
But also,
apparently most people on a good fibre diet is only eat between 15 and 18 grams of fibre.
So 30, do we not think that?
It is quite, but they say that actually you shouldn't go from eating not a lot of fibre to a lot of fibre because your body can't deal with it. And then you might be finding you have all sorts of
opposite issues.
Opposite issues. So you need to do it gently.
Yeah, because there's a lot of these like.
Oh, it's another trend, and
that's dissolved in water. It's fibre, and
no. I think you just get fibre. You should definitely get through food, and it's amazing some foods that you don't realise are high in fibre. Do you know raspberries are really high in fibre? Yeah. But definitely things like.
Do we know how the grapefruit sits on the fibre stick?
No, sorry, I don't have my nutritional fibre chart.
No, I've eaten some.
I just know it's like everywhere. For about the last 18 months, it's like fibre, which is really good.
Like the protein thing. Everyone's trying to like max protein at the moment. Like everything you can buy now has added protein.
Well, I think the problem was everyone has kind of gone to soft processed food, which it is softy, mushy food. Or it was processed food like pizzas and stuff, so a lot of carb, right? White bread, which we definitely need carb. I can't not eat carb, and it's mad not to eat it, I think, personally, unless you've really got an issue. But it's all about balance. Yeah. But I think what's happened is, because our diets have changed, because we're not in the 70s eating grapefruit
and kippers. And livers, definitely.
And Relish muffins, Charlie, with no gluten, less gluten, but you see there will be fibre in that. But it's things like just nuts. I mean, it's not salted nuts or spicy nuts, just milled nuts, and you can get them now. But it's sprinkling all these things, and I noticed like it's thinking about a salad or something. Like when I was saying, you could do a grapefruit salad. But things like watercress are really good if you've got fibre. But if you sprinkle a bit of poppy seed or sesame seed,
doubles your amount of.
Those sprouting
the
seeds.
toppers.
I love those. But you sprinkle those on. That is great for your planting, because we've got to eat a lot of plants. 30 plants.
Stop growing now.
And it's good for your fibre.
The only thing that worries me about all these things, it was a bit like when they did the fibre day and all that.
Well, it's just money making.
Target.
Yeah.
And then you feel bad because you're not achieving it. And I feel like there's like this sort of debit credit thing where I'm like, well, actually, if you just had, have a day off something like, let's be honest, we're human. Crack on, have a low fibre, high alcohol, high sugar day. Like, get over yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can't live like a 5'9" rabbit and just eat fibre all the time.
Well, it's not even that. Rabbits will be. They'll be eating.
Well, you know what I mean, but
anyway, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. It should be balanced. Anyway,
everything in moderation.
So fibre maxing.
Everything in moderation, including moderation.
Okay, so I wanted to say, Charlie. Apart from fibre maxing, what about tray baking? Tray baking. That seems to be another thing, and I think particularly this time of year. But also, it has been a trend that's been around for quite a while.
Yes,
and I have to say, some people have really refined it.
Yeah,
and what came into my head is I did my own little tray bake the other day.
Oh, yeah,
obviously, only for me.
What did you do? Tray bake one.
It was cod.
Oh yeah.
So some nice, just simple fillets of cod. They were skinless, actually, right? But they were quite chunky. I managed to get some chunky ones. But you tray bake those on some cherry tomatoes.
Yeah.
I know you don't like tomatoes, but anyway, cherry tomatoes, red onion, just sliced, okay? And you had some tapenade.
Grapefruit.
No, didn't have grapefruit, but it had tapenade.
Oh no!
So you spread the tapenade, on top of the cod,
and
then obviously over the tomatoes and the olive oil, you put salt and pepper and some olive oil, and then you put them on, put the tapenade on, and you just baked it in the oven. And I'm not kidding you.
How long?
15 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say not long.
And it was absolutely delicious.
Oh, that's nice.
And I think I know you could just sprinkle, if you wanted, like some breadcrumbs, fine breadcrumbs over the top.
You don't.
No, you don't need that. But it was quite nice. It made a crust with the tapenade, and a little jar of tapenade you can buy simply. But it really pulled a punch. But you had this beautiful flaking fish, and I thought that for me is a great tray bake.
That's good.
I don't always want, because some of them can be a bit like chuck this in, chuck that in, and it's all a bit don't know. But and some of the flavours get lost. I don't know. What about you? Do you have a tray bake?
I don't know if I'd call it a tray bake, but I quite like doing
sort of. Nigella one used to do, didn't
I've done. There's a Nigella one where I mean, she's been. I think Nigel Slater called her the queen of the tray bake.
So she has been doing.
So she is. There's one that funny enough, I did actually this week. I've been yesterday because my brain has gone a bit.
Oh.
I got some.
Gone soggy with all the
chicken,
rain.
Yeah. Some chicken thigh fillets, deboned and deskinned.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then I chopped them up, just roughly chopped, and I put them in like a freezer bag. And then I put, I think, like sort of the juice of half a lemon, some garlic cloves went in, cumin, ground coriander, that kind of thing, salt, pepper, some olive oil. And then I let that marinate, did that in the morning when I got up. And then I'd let it marinate.
Yeah.
And then I put the chunks of lemon in as well. And then I just put that in the oven. I made some flatbreads last night. So I stuffed my chicken into some flatbreads.
Yeah, but is that a tray bake?
Well, no, but the shawarma itself is a tray bake.
Yeah, okay. One dish thing.
Yeah. I mean, you could have added all sorts into it, but I just quite liked that because it's easy.
Well, what they're saying about
you don't have to make flatbreads, just buy some, and then you've got some salad.
Well, actually, I've been making flatbreads, and funnily enough, I had one last night as well. And because it's so easy to make, you don't really double proof.
No.
And the other thing is, and this is a Gil Mellor one, because he likes to do his recipes are cooking on an open fire somewhere in a wood or beach or something. No, I'm not doing that. But anyway,
why aren't you doing that?
I should be doing that. But anyway, you take the flatbread and then, and I know you've done this, but you put it in a frying pan.
Oh yeah, do this.
And then you watch it bubble.
Sorry, I'm munching.
And then you flip it. And what I've been doing is you add a tiny bit of oil or it's a bit naughty, tiny bit of butter. So it becomes a bit like, is it
naan?
A naan. Because there's not really a lot of difference with all this.
No.
It's adding flavours and stuff. Now he's supposed to add, you could add fennel, you could add all these other sort of herbs or spices to flatbread. But I keep it really simple. And do you know, it was absolutely lovely. I think I chopped up little bacon lardons. I had some mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
And what else did I have? Olives. And I just literally cooked the bread. I'd cook those bits separately and just put it on the top.
Yeah, nice.
And then you could just have a bit of salad or something.
Well, that's what I did.
You don't have to eat it all either.
I have to say, I did actually do Nigella and flatbreads. And she put sort of yogurt and olive oil into the dough. So I'm munching on my grapefruit. And it's a really nice dough, and like using one proof, really.
Yeah.
Then you shake them, but I mean, it doesn't really matter what they look like.
No, no. Those are nice, actually. Hers are nice.
And then the only thing I do is actually slightly different. She puts Nigella seeds, obviously, on top of hers, and I'd actually put some sesame seeds on mine.
Yeah, they're nice.
But they only bake for like 15 minutes, and then they're done. So so I just had that stuffed shawarma in them.
I know, but it's really nice, and you've not bought it, you've made it yourself, and it's taken hardly any time at all.
And there's what? 5-6 ingredients.
If that.
Actually, I saw it. There was quite a scary thing. I don't know if it was on TikTok or Instagram, but it was a video of someone saying about ingredients in America. And they were comparing like a white bread brand here with a white bread brand in America.
Sugar, loads of sugar in there.
Well, there was like 6 or 7 in the R1 ingredients in the white sliced loaf. In America, there was like 27. And then there was, what else did they look at? Oh, well, famously M&M's, what's in blue colouring.
Oh my God,
yeah. Some chemical.
Yeah.
So it was quite scary when they were comparing. Oh, it was Heinz tomato ketchup, which obviously technically is American.
Yeah.
But R1 has, tomatoes, vinegar.
We did it. We tasted it recently and looked at
5-6 ingredients in it.
Yeah.
Theirs had, it was like a whole library of ingredients on the back.
Oh God, that's terrible.
Yeah. So that's why I think there's a bit of anxiety about doing any kind of trade deal on food, because I think they wash their chickens in chlorine and all sorts.
Oh God, they're swilling in chemicals.
I know. Anyway, it says a lot about that.
Lots of medication as well.
Wow. Sugary things.
Okay. Okay. So, what else? What are you doing for supper tonight? Do you know? More tray baking? Are you fibre maxing?
I'm fibre maxing.
You're grapefruit maxing.
I'm munching. I've eaten half a grapefruit.
Half a food?
Half a whole grapefruit. I should do that half for breakfast. No, I haven't got that far.
No, okay.
But I've got some flatbreads that need eating, so I'm something with those.
I've been keeping my dough, Charlie, in the fridge.
Yeah.
So I only roll out what I need. And in fact, I don't eat a whole one, so I might eat that.
Some recipes actually call for slow proving.
I just stick it in the thing and it's still great. It's still trying to grow.
I've done a recipe and it actually, it's the I've done. One of them, you start the dough, but you then put it in the fridge to delay the development.
Yeah, well, in Gil's recipe, he just says what you don't use, just put it in the fridge and take it out when you need it.
Yeah, well, like you do, you freeze it.
Yeah, I mean, that's slightly different. One. Yeah, the pizza, this is just slightly different. And I've just, literally, I make enough probably for 2 flatbreads, but I don't eat. One will last me 2 meals, and then the other one just sits in the fridge.
What we should say about the pizza is you can make any pizza dough, really. And obviously you make
different flour.
Round. Yeah, but what I'm not saying that, it was more about how you freeze it. So obviously divvy your dough up into the amount you need for a pizza base. And wrap it and then freeze it.
Yeah.
After it's sort of first proof.
Yeah.
What I was going to say.
Anyway, well, is it after V-Day?
What?
Yeah, it's next week.
Yeah.
Shrove Tuesday.
Pancake day.
Pancake day. We don't really eat pancakes, do we?
No.
We've been doing them. I don't think we have done for years.
No. I have done them. We
should do a video of you flipping.
Oh, God, now the pressure's on. You did say flipping, didn't you?
No, flipping as in going mad.
Something is grapefruit.
We should do, because I quite like savoury.
As a filling.
Oh, for a pancake. Yes, because you squeeze lemon juice on a pancake. Yeah. I don't like them too adulterated. I did do a recipe once. Delia's got a good one, and you make literally pancake cannelloni.
Oh yeah.
And it's all cheese. It's vegetarian. It's a bit naughty, but you make all these pancakes, and then you make. I can't remember how you do it now, actually, and I don't have it in front of me. But you make some sort of filling. And you roll it, which I think is quite cheesy, because, as I said, it's vegetarian. And
not
you lay
spinach.
It could be spinach and cheese or something. So you make this filling, you roll the pancakes, you lay them in. That's like a tray bake. Anyway, you lay them you lay them in a dish, oven-proof dish, and then you make a cheesy sauce. But you make a sauce, but it's quite a lot of different cheeses. I think she grates mozzarella, Parmesan, cheddar. It's like a 4 cheese thing.
Talk about fibre maxing. That'd be cholesterol maxing.
Yeah, and calm. Yeah. It's not a lot of fibre.
You need some fibre chasers.
Good old Delia.
Bless her. On that note.
Yeah, we're going to stick to our grapefruit for now.
Yeah. But as always, thank you very much for listening. Please follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Relish Lifestyle. We are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and many other podcast platforms. So please give us a listen and subscribe. And only leaves us to say.
Oh, one more thing I was going to say. If anyone's got any questions or any recipes, maybe you've got some sweet treats from other parts of the world or something we could just chat about, or we could do a taste test.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Charlie, I interrupt.
That's all right.
Final word.
But then we can have the final flourish, which is
keep relishing life.